ain't my baby, but should have been. So I have one of your birthday. This is the girl that told all right, him that she was gonna make love to me. And that's his woman. See?
Years old.
What year was you born?
1909.
Where was you born at?
Dover Hill.
Well, you just born at the house and
Yeah,
been
Dover
out on
Hill.
the doctor.
At the home.
Well, what was your mama's name?
My mama's maiden name was Molly Sullivan.
What was your daddy's name?
My daddy's Henry Sims.
What did he do for a living?
He was a blacksmith, a carpenter. That's what sawmill.
Where was he born at?
He was born in Dover Hill.
What about your mom?
Yeah, I know where she was born. She was born in Dover Hills too, right down below the old rainwater
Thought they
place.
come from Mississippi or somewhere.
No, well, her daddy come from Ireland, but she was born in
You
Dover.
mean we got Yankee blood in us? We might ought to race that part of the
Irish.
tape.
Irish.
Ireland.
They come from my whole Irish potato.
Ireland is south of us.
Well, I got one question that I want the absolute truth about. I mean, no kidding. Is all them ghost stories you told, you really believe that there's, most of them was the truth?
Absolutely.
Well, you ought to be here sometime at night. We was all sitting in here the other night and that somebody opened that door to the fireplace room 2 or 3 times. Shut it back.
Well,
Paula got so scared she got over there in front of Clyde.
the scaredest I ever been right here in this house when y'all all left me here alone that time. Went up into Arkansas. I heard doors opening and closing, and I got Daddy's pump shotgun sitting right there where you sitting in that rocking chair. And I stayed there all night till y'all got back the next day.
Didn't you say your granddaddy left when an Indian and went up north or something?
Well, he left. Nobody knew where he went right at that time. But,
Did they ever know?
well, they later found out that he had another family, and one in Texas and one in Mississippi.
Well,
He's a traveling man.
what kind of house did y'all live in? Tell me something about what it is.
Well, we lived in
Was it always that
a
double
six,
pen with a hall in
it
it?
was a 6-room house, kitchen and dining room. And of course, we didn't have no living room then. But they had 4 bedrooms, a kitchen and dining room. And there was a hall run down through the middle of the house and a porch all the way across.
How much land y'all have down there?
160 acres.
Y'all just mostly putting blacksmithing and land farm and stuff like that, or?
Yeah. Raised horses and cows and hogs.
Well, how many sisters and brothers you got?
I got, well, I got 7 Sims. There's 7 of us, 7 Sims. And then I got, when Mama married Erie, I got a brother and 2 sisters,
Where'd you go to school at?
Rambin and Pelican,
What grade did you quit school?
and they,
Well, there wasn't 11 grades in.
That's
huh?
They was, the last year they had 11 grades when Doris graduated.
I quit school when I was 15 years old, went to Roughneck.
Whenever your daddy died, how long was it before your mama married Charlie Egg?
Not long, about 2 years, I think.
Your real daddy's buried down at the Catholic Church in Dover Hill. Charlie Egg buried in Joaquin. And
Where's your mama buried?
Walking.
Well, how old was you when you met Mama and how did you meet her?
Well, my half brother was going with a girl that went to school there at Stanley. So they made a date for me with Laura.
You met Mom on a blind date?
Yeah,
What, Mama knew the other girl, or
yeah.
who was she?
I thought,
Rayella Jones.
yeah, she was going with Neil.
Well, why did y'all pick them up in a car or
Yeah.
buggy or what? Well, that's still using
Yeah.
back
Well,
then.
me and your dad, we rode many mile in a buggy. We used to live up on Camel Place, and we'd go home, and we'd borrow Vashti, what was her?
Older.
No. You know, they live back over in
Yeah, I
Indiana.
know where it lives.
Well, we borrowed her buggy, and we'd hitch our horse to it. We'd put Don and Doris, we'd lay them down and let their feet stick up under us, you know, and their head would be back in the back. That, in that little, I don't know, it's a little bed, I reckon you'd call it. I'd fix them a bed and they'd sleep.
Well, is that where y'all had that old big horse, George?
They get you to ready.
We didn't get him till we lived over on the Robinson place.
Grenade, why'd you ever quit school?
Well, a teacher wanted me to write a letter to the whole class, and asked a lot of questions in it. I told her I wasn't gonna write a letter, it wasn't nobody's business. And so she kept me in. Told me I had to write that letter. Well, I stayed in that period. And the next day, she told me I still had to write that letter. I told her no, I wasn't gonna write it. And so she kept me in and she told me, she said, Clyde, if you'll just write this letter, sign your name to it. Well, it says you don't have to write the letter, just sign your name to a blank sheet of paper and hand it in before the class. But I'll give you a good grade on it. And you come on to school. If you don't, I'm gonna have to send you to the office. I told her, all right, just send me to the office. So she sent me to the office. I went to the office, the principal told me that I had to write the letter. So I just went back to the room, gathered up the books and quit. I went to Roughneck.
In other words, Sam's had an attitude for a long time then, huh?
Now, on this one, I want you to be sure and tell the truth so that it'll be down for historical times and all that. Just go ahead. I already know the answer, but
Yeah,
you
his
just tell the
favorite
rest
child
of it.
is me.
Which one is your favorite son now?
None, they're all alike.
That ain't what you told me.
I didn't.
You told me and I was his favorite. And I bet you told all of them, man.
To be honest, whichever one that's in a bind, that's the one I'm for at all times.
I mean,
He loves us all, don't he?
y'all ask some questions of me now.
Well, I want to hear the story about that old horse, old George. How you got him and what kind of write-ups they put on him in the paper, and how he got killed.
Well, the way I got him was through that farm, some kind of farm program. And me and I had a halter with a chain on it. And I put him, I finally run around the tree with that halter line and corralled him. So I just stopped right there and tied him to that tree. And went to the house, got my old truck, I went to the store and bought me a whip. And I whipped him till I just had a little stub with that whip. And from then on, he didn't make a step less. I said, come on, George. He'd come on.
Well, would he come to your window and when a horse come in season?
Our pasture broke him. He wasn't but 13 months old when I got him. weighed 1,400 pounds. And I pasture broke him with my mares, all my horses. And if anybody brought a mare down there to breed, if she wasn't ready, I just put her in the pasture with him. And whatever time of night or whatever, whenever it was, if that mare ever got ready to breed, he'd come to that fence, yard fence, and just raise hell, hollering, pawing until I'd get up, go out there and snap that halter line. He wouldn't touch her otherwise.
Well, how did you end up losing?
Well, I went to the shipyard, and I had to get a nigger to look after her for me. So he bred so many mares and just starved the horse down. Until he done got so weak when I found out.
Well, he had pneumonia too.
Yeah, and he had pneumonia.
How old was he when he died?
He must have been about 8 years old.
But then your daddy, he died when you was about 3 years old,
Died
1
on
year
my
old.
birthday when I was 1 year old.
had a heart attack.
Yeah.
They both had the
He
same
had a-
birthday.
He had a bunch of colt, young horses, and they had broke into the field, out of the pasture into the field. He went over there and run them horses until they got so hot and everything. He come to the house, Mama had fixed us a birthday dinner. And he was sitting on the porch, and he told one of the girls to hand him a glass, dipper of water. We had an old cedar bucket, a dipper in it, hanging on the porch. And she went and got the dipper of water, and he taken a swallow of the water and handed the dipper back. And he stood up by a post on the front porch, just locked his hands around that post that way. And he died standing up.
Y'all's yard around the house there, was it just scraped off like it used to, or have grass on it, or what?
No grass, it was clean as this floor.
Have a yard fence around the house?
Yeah, if we had a grassy yard, we took a hoe and hoed it till we got all the grass off of it.
Why?
We got a clean yard.
I know mowers.
No grass.
Now, what was your mama's and daddy's name and when they was born and where'd they come from?
I don't know when Mama was born, and I really don't know when Dad was born. But Mama was over in somewhere in Texas. Dad was born over at Center, and Mama and them lived at Joaquin. And
What was Granny's name before she
her
married?
name was Annie Eva
Waits.
Waits. Yeah, her
Annie
dad.
what?
Annie Eva Waits. And Dad's was Marion Francis Wilson.
What, he just traded cows for a living? I don't ever remember
He
nobody
farmed,
about a
he
job.
farmed and he bought us old cows.
Well, could he drive a car? I don't ever remember hearing nobody saying about
We
that.
didn't have no, well, they had trucks and, but not many cars when he was little.
Well, didn't you say some of your kinfolk was a spy in the Civil War?
My granddaddy.
Who was he? Who was he?
Billy Wilson. Well, his name was really William.
Well, which side was he a spy for?
Or ours, I don't know which side.
For the South.
For the South, I guess.
Yeah, we'll put it down that way anyway. We don't want that kind of stuff to get out.
Well, now, ain't Uncle Steve, didn't he have somebody that was a Yankee officer?
His
His-
daddy was.
He was a Yankee. to start.
Yeah, they was from the north, somewhere up north.
He was from Pennsylvania, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Now,
That old house that y'all lived in down there, close to our old house, is that where y'all always lived when you was little, or?
No, we lived over close to Center, Texas, and we had a house over there. And Mama, she didn't like it because we lived close to Daddy's folks. So she raised hell till Daddy went and bought another place.
Or he bought all that land down there? or-
Yeah, he bought it,
how many acres was it?
160.
What year was you born in?
1911.
What year did you marry?
What year did I marry? 1931.
What year did you get married?
I don't remember.
Now, truthfully, have you always been happily married? Now,
I really
truthfully,
have. I really have.
you never did have no problems with that.
No.
Well, it ain't
Ma-
the stories you used to tell.
Baby,
What
what'd you
I said.
think about Granddaddy when you first met him?
I thought he was a cute little fella.
I bet he thought he was too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Granddaddy,
Was
what'd you
he,
think about marrying him?
Used to have them white
Prettiest
stripes.
thing I'd ever seen.
Well, after y'all went out on that first date, how long was it before you went on another?
I don't know.
About
What
2
long?
weeks.
Was it that long?
Yeah.
how long did y'all date before you got married?
11 months.
Well, them quickie weddings.
Yeah.
What did your mom and daddy think about you marrying a high school dropout and a roughneck?
Thanks a
They
lot,
didn't
huh,
think
Granddad?
about it.
How far did you go in school?
I went to the 10th grade. I just like one grade finishing.
Why did you
They didn't want to
quit?
make you write a letter,
How come
did
you to quit?
Cause I wanted to marry your granddaddy.
What'd your mom and daddy say to you when you wanted to quit?
Nothing. Them days, they didn't say nothing to you.
I thought she was getting to be an old maid already, made it to the 10th grade.
No, they didn't say nothing.
When I tell the story, Mama says, nobody believes me when I tell this about when you seen Santa Claus. Tell it in detail.
That's, your granddaddy saw that. And then he
You
showed-
saw it too, you
Yeah,
told
he
me.
showed it to me through the window.
you see it?
Yeah.
Tell the story.
Santa Claus and his reindeer
That's absolutely
hitched to a
fact.
sleigh.
Where was y'all living at
We was
when,
living
We're
down
living on Gannon Place.
where is that at?
That's down,
behind our old mama's old place.
you know where,
Chester Lowry
yeah,
place?
Yeah.
well, that's where we was
Wow.
living on.
Was it in the daytime?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
late
in
one
the
evening.
daytime.
Well, tell about it. How did you discover it and all that?
Well, I just, she had a old nigger woman that was iron.
My battery is going
They
down.
lived down there.
And, they was sitting there by the fireplace,
flashing.
out from the fireplace a little bit.
Yeah.
The nigger woman was ironing, and I come in from outside, and I just walked over to the window. And just, you know,
Where you Christmas
looked out
tree?
the window. And, I seen it, and I said, what's the matter with me? Must be something wrong. I know that ain't true. And I turned around and walked back to the other side of the room. And I said, I'm gonna look again. I went back to the window, and I still seen it. Just the sled, the reindeer, and everything.
Well, did you try to go to it?
Yeah.
What happened to it when?
When I get outside, it disappeared. No side there.
He called me up there and I looked at it and that old digger boy asked him. He looked. Now he eats rats.
And the old nigger woman,
Oh, Mamie.
all of us looked at it, you know. As if as plain as any picture you've ever seen of it.
Well, how did y'all finally explain it away?
Well, it just finally just gradually faded away.
Well, what kind of reason did y'all finally figure out that it
We
was?
couldn't never figure out more. Except, the only thing I said, well, there can't nobody tell me that there ain't no Santa Claus.
Well, when Donna charges her batteries, I want you to tell about how you used to beat them niggers in the field.
Well, there was a nigger that killed a white man. About, I guess it was about 8 or 10 miles from where the crossing where they caught up with this nigger down on a branch. And they called it Dead Nigger Branch after then because they taken that nigger and hanged him. And they let him hang there on that tree till it rotted down. And so they claim that a lot of people, everybody used to ride horses or went in a wagon or something. They claim every time anybody would go through there at night, this somebody jump on the back of the horse and ride with them to look so far from that branch.
Did he try to hurt them or anything?
Never tried to hurt him or nothing. He just grabbed just like somebody got on behind you on a horse, you know. So Hazel and Maydale, I believe, were the two of my sisters. Well, they were going with two brothers, Burnham boys, that lived down by Pierre River. They was farming down there. And they was on a plantation longer. Oh man, I forgot the name. But anyhow, they put all them mules and work animals in a big corral at night. But these old boys, they stole them a mule apiece and rode them out to where we lived, which was about 6-7 miles. Rode them mules out where we lived to see them girls. So one night they were going back home, and this nigger jumped up behind one of them on that mule. He tried to beat him off and everything, but he never could touch him, but he was still holding on to him. So he had a little .25 automatic pistol, and he got it out in his hand trying to whoop that mule along too, and he shot the mule. And the mule dropped down to his knees and throwed him off, but the mule got up and they caught the mule and he got back on the mule, so they rode the mule back. They claim every time anybody go through there on certain kind of nights or stormy kind of